P.1089 Plus Edition. This, I believe, is the base version, and I'm going to start showing you guys how to take this apart, or how to put it together. So it comes in this labyrinth of a box, and first thing we're going to start with, obviously, is the gun itself, followed by the stock, which just clicks on from the top down, like so. And then you can do the front handguard, which has a second inner barrel, which is, I mean, it's suboptimal, but it's not bad. There's just a little tab that you have to, press down to let the handguard pass, but other than that, that's easy to do. Just kind of wiggle it down, press it down, and then there's a little button that you can press here to get the handguard off. And then magazine, which rocks into place. And you can actually pair the magazines together, but if you know where to find another magazine for this, let me know, I'll buy it. Good luck. Carry handle, which has to be basically hammered on. And no, this is not a Picatinny rail or a Weaver rail. This is just a proprietary mounting piece for the carry handle. And then once you got it on, just kind of hammer it into place. Here we go. Carry handle does not have a rear sight on it, but it does have a seam line you can use to get a vague idea of where you're shooting. And then the front end assembly, past the handguard, is going to be just kind of wiggled on side to side and is fairly secure in place. And then we have the completed rifle. So going over it, this is fake. These the fire selector doesn't work. There's no safety sling point here. A solid fixed stock with the tab on the bottom to remove it, kind of like a Wellfire AR-15. It has a rear H&K style diopter sight with the close quarters aperture selected and fixed into position. Magazine can be used as either a low cap or a high cap. It can feed directly from the reservoir, and the trapdoor is accessed right here. Then, model number letters are printed here on the side in the shiny CYMA texture. There's no cocking handle, and they've got the cocking handle grooves on both sides of the gun, which is just bizarre. But anyway, we have this is a SIG front end, not a G3, but I could be wrong. I'm not entirely familiar with either one. And everything on this gun is plastic. It's all plastic. So impressions is that it's a light rifle. I wish there was a little bit more weight on the front end, but it's not the worst multiple piece gun I've ever used. It shoots fairly accurate, so I can't really complain about that. And the magazine checks out. I like it. It's about half the size of a Well AR-15 magazine. Carry handle definitely could have used a aperture of some kind on the back other than a seam line, and I wish the cocking handle could have been up here like a real G3. However, the cocking handle, speaking of which, is very easy to pull, and it's a plastic part which is attached to a metal bar, like the AK Sniper and then AK pistol or AK-74U pistol I recently reviewed. And funny enough, it seems to actually be peeling off plastic. I had to reshoot this video, and by the end of that one, I mean, there's just this huge string of plastic at the end of it. So that was kind of interesting. Alright, so I think that covers the gun. And then, so you can aim with the carry handle, but that's better suited to .20s because at this range, about 12 feet away where my target is, the pellet totally overshoots, but I think with a .20 it'd be right on target. I'm not sure if this gun is a hop-up, but it was giving me pretty impressive range and FPS for a gun of this quality, so I wouldn't be surprised if it did have a hop-up, albeit as shitty as it probably is. I still appreciate that more than no hop-up, obviously. But if you hammer the carry handle off, you can of course utilize the H&K style rear sight, although it's much too open for my taste. But again, there's a seam line you can use to figure out where the sight actually is and where the middle of the sight actually is. So, right, so let's get this thing fired up. So, again, cocking handle, very easy to pump, and then trigger is very smooth. Aiming for the bottom of the bullseye. Alright, so that's at the bottom left. So let me try to compensate for that. I'm going to aim for the top right. I'm not cannonballing the sights at all either, so that's pretty cool. Okay, bullseye. So, and that's really impressive for a 3-piece inner barrel rifle. So, I'm not sure what the range is on this thing, but I'm not too concerned with that because, I mean, I'm sure nobody has one of these anymore. Nobody would be really interested in seeing how far it can shoot, but I wouldn't be surprised if it could reach my 60 feet desirable range, which is, again, the limit that I want to use a Springer for, 60 feet. Roughly double the size of my basement at a human torso target, or a human target. For what it is, I do think it's cool. Like I said, I wish this had all been one piece. I would have rather had this all be one piece rather than save money on shipping, but that's just me. So yeah, that's all I have to say about it. Really cool, really old, obscure piece that I discovered on Hobbytron, eBay, and then later found on Hobbytron and then some auction sites, but you're probably not going to find one of these anymore, which is a shame. This would have been a really cool, low-cost rifle, and really too bad that these aren't around anymore. But so yeah, that was the CYMA P.1089 Plus G3 SG1, and I like it. I like it a lot.